preaching again. Hey, you know why? Because I said, fire me! Fire me! If I'm preaching for Jesus and you fire me, good, I got another job coming. Because I'm on assignment. I'm not just there, I'm just getting money while I'm there. I'm not going to stop preaching. My wife, you know, I was called a couple of times. And I know that they say give to Caesar what's Caesar, give God what's God. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm God. Wherever I go, I'm God. And God knows I preach. He put it in me. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry I won't leave them demons alone. Hey, but I'm going to tell you, I'm taking it personally.
Yeah, that's it. That's right.
So don't get mad at me.
That's right.
Don't get mad at me because you know what? I'm invested in this house.
All right.
I'm invested. I've invested a lot of time. Now, let me tell you something. I invested a lot of time. And God invested a lot of things in me, and the man and woman invested things in me, and I'm not going to let it just go like that. I'm not going to let it go like that. See, I know that when I started with them, God promised them something. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Every breath I got, I'm going to waste it trying to make sure it happened. I'm going to use it. Should I say not waste it? But I'm going to use it and make sure it happened. Because I know He promised it, and I believe in the God in them. I believe in the God in them. Hey, look, He told me something one day, and I'd be ashamed to tell you. But He was so dead on target. And it was about my mess. But if y'all are right, I'll tell you. You ain't going to go tell nobody, are you? No, I can't go not like that. But He told me something. He told me this, He said, and He prophesied this word to me. He told me, He said,
okay.
He told me, He said, I want to make sure I say it right. He told me, He said, Delilah just want to know where your strength is.
All right.
Boom! It was gone. Hey, it was a warning. I didn't hear it. I heard it, but I didn't hear it. Like y'all do. I know how y'all do. Hey, but you know what? I've listened to him say other things to other people since then, and it was just like what they said in Africa. They said if a person in Africa tell you that you're going to be a monkey, hey look, start hanging from trees. Hey, look, you're going to be a monkey. Hey, look, once they work that voodoo on you, it's on. I'm not lying. It's real. Hey, they know how to work that thing. And this is the thing that you have to understand. God knows how to bring you to the place of where He wants to bring you to. But Jesus made this statement. He said in 44, He says, that then this woman came behind Him and she touched the border of His garment, and immediately her issue was a blood stopped. And Jesus said, who touched me? When all denied, Peter and they that were with him said, Master, the multitude, they pressing up against you, and you ask, who touching you? Everybody touching you. And Jesus said, no, somebody has touched me.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a difference. See, and the thing that I like about that is all of these people was crowding around Jesus, and everybody was trying to touch Jesus. And you see, this woman, if you know by law, this woman wasn't even supposed to be out of the house.
That's right.
So she desperate now. She desperate now. She knows she bleeds. She knows she needs some help. She knows that that the life of the blood, the life of the flesh is in the blood. She knows that. She knows that she needs that blood to live. So sooner or later, death is going to come up on her, because they didn't have blood transfusions back then.
Yeah, that's right.
See, so if you lost blood, now they give you blood transfusion. So if they give you a blood transfusion now, that must mean that blood is very important. But what happened to the people back then who lost blood, who couldn't get a blood transfusion? They had to have died. And so this woman who had this issue, when she recognized that she needed some help, she pressed through everything she could. And I believe that this woman pressed through an old day into a whole new day of transition, into a new life. And what she did when she touched the hem of Jesus' garment, she was instantly healed. Now, Jesus didn't turn around and say, "Woman, thou art loosed." Jesus didn't turn around and say, "Hey, look, let me pray for you. Let me see if you really want this." No, she by faith said, "Look, I know I ain't supposed to touch no man because I'm considered unclean. But I believe that if I just touch the hem of his garment, if I just touch a little bit of what he's wearing, I believe that I can be healed." And then when Jesus saw this woman's faith, let me get a little of that out. When Jesus saw this woman's faith, Jesus told her, "Woman," let's see what Jesus said. Well, first of all, he said, "I perceived that virtue went out of me." And I looked up that word virtue. It meant one of our favorite words in the Greek that we was talking about today. Dunamis.
Yes, power.
Dunamis, right?
Yes.
Yeah, miraculous power.
Yes.
The miraculous power of God came through her and healed her instantly.
Yes.
And you know, and I looked at that, it's because it said afterwards, it said, and after she saw she was no longer hid. What do you mean she was no longer hid? See, because sin will make you hide.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden, all things lay bare.
Come on.
All things lay before him. And so now she had to say, see, because she saw him face to face, she said, "Hey, it was me."
It was me.
it was me. But Jesus said, "Look, go in peace. Thy faith has made thee whole." And I believe that from that point on, what took place is the problem, the issues that she had in her that would stop. Just like some of the issues that we have. You know, it's some issues that we have that we're going, if we don't deal with them, they're going to keep passed down from bloodline to bloodline.
That's true.
We're going to keep, because see, we, by natures, we learn, we are, huh? What do you say, what?
About threefold?
No, we learn,
Creatures in habit.
no. What happens is this. Let me find it. What happens is we learn things. We learn things. How when we come in contact with people, that's how we learn. We learn. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Expression.
No, we just when we come in contact with people, you know, it's just like in the house. We learn in a way whatever's being taught is how we learn.
Right.
So and I forgot how to say that, but you know what I'm saying now.
Right.
But the whole thing is that as you continue to come in contact with people and you learn in the same things you learn by nature. Whatever somebody's teaching is what you normally learn. So if anything you learn, you can be unlearned. So, but the thing is that are you willing to go through what it takes to deal with your issue, to make sure that your bloodline don't continue to do the same thing? You can look at some of the people that are in our bloodline right now, that's the next generation, and you can look and you can see they have double the problems that we had.
Yep.
And yet you mean to tell me that you're not willing to deal with the issue so you can help them? Are you just going to keep saying, "Oh, it's going to be all right, Johnny"? Really? It's not going to be all right until somebody deal with it. I think what is wrong is we're forgetting to acknowledge what kind of problem it is. We're not perceiving that it's the right kind of problem or what the problem is. So because we're not perceiving it right, we can't diagnose it and get the prescribed medicine that we need.
Come on now.
So sometimes what we do is we do the same thing that this term in the medical field, the placebo. You know how they have they give medicine to two people. One of them they give the real medicine, and the other one they give the placebo, which is a fake.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, we come to church and we come before God and we read scriptures and we don't have nobody to check them. We don't talk to nobody about it. And what happens is you think you got the real. You think the medicine you got that you prescribe for yourself.
Oh, wow.
You think that medicine is going to heal you. And somebody else might have the real pill and they get healed. And you wondering why come you won't get healed. And you think it's fault in God. No. The thing is you have to recognize that for one, you may not, the medicine that you took may not have the healing agent in it.
Come on. All right.
See, because the healing agent is Christ. He heals all our infirmities. He heals all our diseases. And sometimes what happens is we want things to happen. We don't even have truth. We don't even believe right. We don't even see God right. Neither do we see ourselves right. But yet we want the promises of God. Yeah, we want them. But you're not going to get them. So we're going to continue to go through the same thing. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's not going to happen. But one of the things I looked at from the story also is that it was the number 12.